Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, The Thrones of Ascension, Death March of the Penguins. And we are now in early winter in the year 3 of the Ascension Wars. And I do love the winter because it makes everything cold, and cold is what Ledan like. We've researched the level in blood magic, which is useful to us because now, instead of just the typical possessed Ledan, which I haven't even shown you yet, I've just shown you the red throwers, we now have access to Corrupted Ledan, which cost the same amount of blood slaves, but are better. The only difference is you require a 3 blood mage to cast, which we only have one of, Glass Miner, but I am putting him to use. Good bad guy, the Ledan Land Chief has claimed the Throne of War. However, there is a dire portent. It appears the god of Ur has cast the spell Gift of Health in their dominion. That is a high level spell, so he is moving up the research tree quite quickly, and it costs a lot of gems. So now, when we are fighting inside the dominion of Ur, which we will be doing soon, we will be fighting against troops that have higher morale and hit points. So I am not entirely happy about that, but there's very little right now that we can do. Dr. Dalamand was unsuccessful in finding water sites. We are starved for water, basically. Raptorian did not find any blood slaves, but we had 14 new ones in Blackdale. Fango Wolf was the victim of an assassination attempt. Will he fall to the assassin's blade? Let's watch. Boom! Solid hit. Good job, Fango. And your bodyguard took out the rest. Easy peasy. Now a battle in Jerib. They're attempting to... No, we are attempting to wrest control of it from the Ur. And we are going to have no difficulty. So, we only lost a defender. Next, Ur is attacking us in Osandius again. They want that throne back. Will they get it? They're bringing a Sarush against us, as well as a Priest King, an Ensi. They've blessed all of their troops. But now we have the heavy cavalry province defense working in our favor. And it looks like we've frozen their Sarush. Oh, he's engaging the ice throwers. Oh, wow, we are nailing him. Even though he's blessed. Once the Sarush falls, I can't imagine Ur will stay to fight. Freezing Mist. It's just as dangerous to my province defense as it is to the enemy, but every little bit helps, and they are routed. We have 1. What does that mean? We lost 2 fighters, and that's it. Remember now, the fighters are the ones who don't have armor, so that was a really good victory. And Abysia is attacking us in Ivan Moor again. I feel like we're going to have a lot of battles in this province, and we're just going to hold it. I would be afraid to move troops away from it, because then it becomes vulnerable to both Abysia and Pelagia. We will eventually, but for right now, just holding the line here seems like a very smart move. And it keeps Abysia off our back, and oof. Fire Drakes. They didn't even get a chance to shoot their fire breath. And they're already running. Well, almost. Now they are. Okay. An unexpected event has occurred in Jerib. More water gems. Good. Just what we need. Okay. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. There are way too many Pelagians here for me to feel comfortable attacking. So what I'm doing is I am moving my army to here, where hopefully I'll be able to attack Pelagia from their weak point here, which is free from military units. Once there, we could set up defense, and we can include province defense in that. So that's very possible. It's not that important that it's not in my dominion because, again, as was said, you can never really get more than +1 cold underwater anyway. So my troops will be, my sacred troops will be fine, but my Ledan in general will be at -1 efficiency, but, you know, at least it'll be in defense and will be backed up by whatever province defense I can put together. Another reason why I'm not attacking here is their god is there with them, and they have 200 units here, so basically this is my only chance. If I don't wrest control of some portion of the water now, Pelagia will just bulk up troops and they will be impossible to stop. So as I mentioned, I'm having Glass Miner, who has 3 blood, cast the Corrupt Ledan. The rest are just hunting. Let's see, Raptorian and Brad only have 2. And then we have K54 only has 2. He's forging a Sanguine Dowsing Rod for himself. Over here, we're just doing the usual. Bears for Mega Caesar, Voice of Apsu from Starlit, and Dr. Dalaman. We just need those water gems. Will is forging a chain mail suit, like the air chain mail that causes displacement, because, again, we're going to thug up one of our bear riders who I am recruiting. We're just going to see how it goes. We're also going to hold here while reinforcing these guys, and I'm bringing Axicom down from here. And that's really it. It was a pretty uneventful turn. I'm moving Revelry around, and as you can see here, Machaka is everywhere. They are just everywhere. They're up here, they're down here, they're over here. In fact, let me just quickly show you the statistics. Machaka has a ridiculous amount of provinces, double the amount of anyone else. It's crazy, but it's not translating into anything, although now they have more forts than me. I need to start building more forts or conquering them. My income is second to theirs, so they do have a lot of money as well. They have a huge amount of gem income, so Machaka is running away with this. But they don't have that good research. They're down second to last, so I should be able to dominate them magically. And their Dominion is not too good either. We're almost at top, finally. So we'll always at least be fighting them in our Dominion. Finally, their army size is the tops, as you would expect, but we're coming in at a close second. So, I don't know. Maybe they look more powerful than they actually are. They have a lot of provinces, but they're spread kind of thin. If only our enemies would focus their attention on Machaka instead of me, as would be a smart move. But I would love to take this province and start recruiting the special Cave Ledan, but this is kind of interesting. We have Shades, Shade Beasts, and Fiends of Darkness, so I don't necessarily know if that is something that I want to engage in at this moment. And let's see, we already met Tokshin last episode, and Adelitero, so we don't really have anyone new. I'm moving Bugshaft down here to get healed, and Zarkoman's gonna wait for a minute because I'm recruiting some troops here to help with the war effort. And that's really that. Ooh, I should put some more province defense here. Pelagia could just, boop, take it. Although they are mostly Tritons, mostly aquatic. I don't know exactly how many amphibious troops they have, but let us see how things go here. A lot of battles, as to be expected. Hopefully we will come out the victor. Glassminer has cast his Corrupted Ledan. No magic sites. No magic sites. So there are no water sites to be found anywhere in this world. Or at least around us. 8 blood slaves. Brad captured 12. Good job, Brad. And Ivanmore again. Abysia just will not learn their lesson. And oh, come on, guys. Seriously. Well, these guys up here might be tough. They have a heat aura, as you can see. The creature radiates heat 3. So even though it's... Or wait. The heat is more intense in hot lands and weaker in cold ones. So they should be weak here. But it doesn't really tell me how weak. So they are having a little bit of trouble with the frozen bears, though. So that's good. And yeah. No problem at all. Dardania, a local sect, has flourished. Ugh. Worldwide event. One night, there were 3 moons, an omen of great fortune to come. Luck has increased worldwide. Fantastic. 2 units were cured of their disease. So that's it, I guess. Not much happened there. So let's plan out next turn. Let's keep on the offensive. Nicktoon, you're gonna die any moment now, aren't you? Let's give your foxes to... Well, good bad guy's full. Fangowolf, I guess. He's the only one who's currently not leading troops. And we'll put them up at the front here. A lot of these guys are hanging back. Oh, that's right, because we were in defense before. But we're not in defense anymore. So we're going to have to really rearrange all of this. These guys are going to have to move to the front line. And our front line is looking kind of weak. let's add the long ices to that. There we go. That's a solid front line. And, ooh, a standard. Apparently the front line doesn't have any standards, and some defenders. Alright, so we have a 70 unit front line now, with only one standard, but what are you going to do? Sir Red Wolf doesn't really have to be close because he's mostly casting courageous spells, but a little closer I don't think would hurt. Okay. Icebreaker, also far in the back. Probably not something we want. Range is important for magic spells. Ranger Kato, you're in a good place. But where? How come your guys aren't anywhere near you? Let's put them over there. Fango Wolf, you have a bow, so it's worthwhile having you up close too. Okay. And your bears are going to be here. That's just fine. And all these guys will be up here. And they are holding and attacking the rear, except for these guys, they're undisciplined. So you go. Good bad guy will give your guys over here to Coldnar, since they have +2 morale thanks to the standard. So good bad guy basically is holding the front line and his bodyguard. Oh, Azaleth. We haven't given you any orders. Let's put you here. And we need to give you a bodyguard as well. Alright. They will guard commander. And let's take them out of that line formation to give them some morale. Alright, Azaleth, what are you going to be doing for us? Of course you're going to liquid body yourself, first things first. And then let's start spamming quickness, why not? We're having the front line hold, so it could be useful. It gives them 2 attacks. Increases their defense, I believe it is. Okay, good bad guy, give him 1 more defender. GP Arthur 1 more defender. And Fango 1 more defender. Alright, so everybody has 5. Who is that staying in the back? Oh, it must be Nicktoon. I don't really care about him. Coldnar's kind of pretty far in the back too. But he doesn't have a bow, does he? No, he has no kind of offensive weapon. So I guess it's not that important that he be near the front. And I guess the rest is just bodyguards? So all of our real troops are set up. Okay. So we're good here. So everyone is going to move out on Abysia. And we're going to support them now that we have some water gems. Starlid, would you please do the honor? Woven Winter. It is just in our range. We may have to move somebody up, although I don't want anyone near this damn disease province. So actually that's a good point, though. We need to move somebody up. Dr. Dalamand, we are going to give you an honor guard of some frozen bears, I guess. They're undisciplined, though. Not much of an honor guard. Although, if the assassination attempt happens, they'll chase after the assassins. That's pretty fine. What would I do, though, to help you out? Mist form, of course. And then, what's the best spell you could use to attack our enemies? Numbness. Quickly to slow them down. And then, Lightning Bolt. Since I think it, well, it depends on your aim. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Phantasmal Warrior is a good choice, right? Because they'll aid you against the assassin. And finally, if all that doesn't work, Charge Body will cause it that if you get stuck, if you get attacked in melee, you'll release electricity. Okay. So there's Dr. Dalamand. We're going to move him here. There's no fort, but there is a lab. So he's 1 step closer to being able to cast his Woven Winter spell. And then we'll move him here, if need be. This isn't secure yet. Okay, so let's look at our Corrupted Ledan. So as you can see, they're pretty much just covered in blood, as is their spear. It's 24 damage long spear. They are, however, susceptible to fire. They need not eat, they are demons, and they are berserkers. That's what makes them kind of neat. Unlike the regular possessed Ledan, which we haven't even summoned yet. And they have 20 hit points, 20 strength. I mean, look at their stats. These guys, now these are the Ledan that you need on the front lines. They are hardcore, although protection is still a little low. So Glass Miner, can we have you... Actually, I want you to blood hunt today. Brad, because I think the higher level of blood makes you better at it. Brad will get us some possessed Ledan. So I can just show you those. I haven't showed them to you as of yet. You're still going to blood hunt? Yeah, it's fine. No unrest here. No unrest here. We're looking good. We don't have to hire any more settlers. Now we have Y. Golonak, or E. Golonak. We're not going to name him. He's just going to stand here and patrol. In the meantime, K54 now has his Sanguine Dowsing Rod. So he is now ready to go with the blood hunting on his own as well. Okay. So Alrek, our first thug. You were going into battle as an experiment. You were probably going to die, but who are you going to be? Next on the list. Okay, so you're going to be Dre 2D2. It's very clever. And we're going to give you all this good stuff. Okay, I'm going to wait for reinvigoration, just so I don't want him to die because he gets tired. Now I'm spending an awful lot of gems on him. Typically, when you create a thug, you're going to want to get him out there for as cheaply as possible. I mean, if you really think about it, this is 5 water gems, 10 nature gems, I think another 10 nature gems. So already, this is 2 summonings of Arctic bears, and air gems here, about 15, although I am using my forger, so he is getting a bonus. But still, this is 2 summonings of Arctic bears, half a summoning of frozen bears. Well, no, a quarter of a summoning of frozen bears. So the most cost-reliant thing here is the Frostbrand. The Vine Shield is very expensive. I mean, it's useful if your thug will last. We'll see. So Mega Caesar, we get some reinvigoration. That's 10 and 10. So we're talking 3 summons. Yeah, 3 summons of Arctic bears I'm giving up to have this guy ready to go. That's probably a lot. Probably not a good use of the money for a thug. Obviously, this guy's probably not going to be as effective in battle as 30 Arctic bears, but we hope that he is. Let's have him guard commander. 2 bodyguards, because the threshold for retreating, if at least a third, I forget how it goes, but I just know that you're guaranteed to retreat if more than 2/3 die. So if these 2 die, he'll still be in battle, but if I had another one and they died, then he would run. Next we have the robe. It gives you water +1. I haven't really decided who to give it to, but eventually I'm going to give it to one of our blood guys like Glass Miner, because then he can summon Ice Devils. You'll remember them from my Ur campaign. They are really effective thugs, and I definitely want to get use out of them. Meanwhile, I'm recruiting troops here for Tokshin. What am I recruiting for him, though? I forget. Oh, Javelineers. Correct. Alright. And we should get a Battle Mage while we're here. Okay. In the capital, now that we've received our bear, we should get more blood guys. And the warriors, since they can only be recruited in the capital. Okay. Oops. Keep pushing that button. Shouldn't be. Zarcommand is going to reinforce the front with his guys quickly before they all get diseased. Oh, great, he can get there. He'll join up with Axicom. They're moving here. And Thlam, Penatus, and Adelitero. Well, actually, let us give Adelitero some bodyguards. Okay, wonderful. Alright, and Adelitero, your real purpose is really just to provide food and healing, but in the meantime, we will give you liquid body, and then you're just going to increase the protection of everyone around you. You're going to be a defensive guy, not an offensive guy. You're just going to help our troops be awesome. And we'll put you kind of here. So you're close enough to the front to help our frontline guys, but you're off to the side, so you're not going to get hit by stray arrows. Thalam does not have any bodyguards. But let's rectify that now. Oh wow, it really lowers the morale a bunch though. I think I had to deal with that last time. You know what though? I don't really care. Experience plus Dominion. I mean, it would be bad normally, but 9 is not terrible. They're bodyguards. They're not even going to be in the battle. And these guys hopefully won't be in the battle either. And already they're at 10 anyway. So I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't work out, we will find another methodology. But for right now, I don't want Thom to be unguarded with Abyssian murderers and killers out there. So again, these guys shouldn't be engaging. It should be these guys who are engaging. And you know what else? I can just... There we go. That helps the morale a little bit. So... Or not really, actually. Why -3 still? Oh, because they're in a line? But then, would they be -4? That's interesting. The standard does absolutely nothing to the morale of the... Is that... Okay, +1 morale. Yeah. Okay, so it shows up on the screen. That is so strange. Why would the standard not improve the morale of these guys? Maybe because they're demons? Does that make a difference? Is there something... Yeah, no, that is weird. So if somebody who's watching could tell me why the standards apparently don't seem to work in increasing the morale of the red throwers. Is it because of demons? Let me know. But we are going to attack. We can't let up on Ur. Hopefully this is enough. I mean, it should be. We have a ton of guys. And we have magical support. 6 gelatinous cubes. That'll be very interesting. They do swallow and trample, but they're not the craziest things ever. Can we get a Illwinter in here too? Dalamand? Excellent, we can. Alright, so we have 2 Illwinters. That'll help us immeasurably. And we are going to... Oh, Pelagia has taken this province. So, the real question is, should we attack here or here? Here makes more sense, to be honest. Let's do it. It's in our dominion anyway, so we'll have that little bonus. Okay, so 3 major battles next episode. Let's get some more leaders. Another forest guy. Another swamp mage. And some bodyguards for him. And we're down to 130 gold. We're already recruiting here. Let's just throw out anything here that we can. You know what? We don't even need that because we have so many resources but so few gold. Let's just go with the heavy resource guys. And even then, we still have plenty of resources. Okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm going to be ending the episode here. Next turn, we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy stuff. And if our success against Abysia works to the west, we'll move against them in the east. Since, as you can see here, they do not have much in the way of defense. Although their province defense could be huge, I don't know. But that's why I'm summoning units here. I think I'm always going to keep Ragnar here, at least until both of these provinces are conquered, and then I can move him out. Right now, he's the guardian of Ivan Moor, which, by the way, I'm going to rename this castle as Fort Miskatonic in honor of our fallen hero Miskatonic, and this fort here is going to be renamed Fort Templar in honor of our fallen hero Templar, just to help them out. Ragnar is a hero now, heroic quickness. So that actually is really good, because it'll allow him to fire his bow twice every turn, I believe, instead of just once. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a good one.